Hello and welcome back to Life Lessons with Sheila, and welcome to another TV series home building challenge, where today we are attempting to build the house from the Happy Days. I will prelude this to let you know that the voting that you're fixing to see is not going to reflect the actual vote, because I took the screenshot of this after the deadline, and after the deadline someone came in and voted for the Golden Girls, which tied up Happy Days and the Golden Girls, as you see. So Happy Days was the original winner, and that's the one that I went with. Sorry, Golden Girls fans, maybe we'll get you next time. Let's hop into this build. I am also going to let you know that during this build, we had a storm come through. As you guys know, Houston got a major flood and tornadoes and a big event. And in that storm, my power flickered off, and when it did, it shut down my computer, which did not save my build. So I had to go in and redo it. So I'm hoping the parts that I redid I can pick up on. It's going to be an intensive edit, so here we go. Let's hop into it. Enough of me rambling. Okay, if you're going to want to see if I came close to the actual build, then you're going to have to wait to the end, because I put a picture that I found online of the actual home. I think I did pretty good. I came as close as I could, using sim stuff, obviously. The inside, one thing I learned while researching this is that the house changed. It changed in production from one season to the next. I think it was the first season, it changed in the second or third, where the front door is here. It actually flips to the other side in another episode, or another part of the series, so who knows. Anyway, I went with the first part where the front door is, so that is how I styled this home. And I hope you love all this fun extra music that's going back in the background. I hope it's not disturbing you any. I know some genres of music disturb some, and some does not others. Who knows? Anywho, as you can see, I'm winging this. I am very pleased with the way this build came out. I am going to hop into some facts for you while we continue to watch this build happen. Happy Days is an American television sitcom that first aired on ABC Network from January 15th, 1974 to July 19th, 1984, with a total of 255 half-hour episodes spanning 11 seasons. That meant that I was 6 months old when this TV show came out. That's how old I am. I'm an old lady. Anyway, pretty interesting facts there. It was created by Gary Marshall. It was one of the most successful series of the 1970s. The series presented an idealized vision of life in the 1950s and early 60s, Midwestern United States. And if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be set in Milwaukee, which is Wisconsin, if I'm correct. Isn't Milwaukee in Wisconsin? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It starred Ron Howard as Richie Cunningham, Henry Winkler as his friend Fonzie, and Tom Bosley and Marion Ross as Richie's parents. Howard and Marion Cunningham, although it opened to mixed reviews from critics, Happy Days became successful and popular over time. The series began as an unsold pilot starring Howard, Ross, and Anson Williams, that's who played Joni, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It aired in 1972 as a segment titled Love in the Television Set, later retitled Love and the Happy Days for the syndication on ABC's anthology show Love American Style. Based on the pilot, director George Lucas cast Howard as a lead in his 1973 film American Graffiti, causing ABC to take a renewed interest in the pilot. The first 2 seasons of Happy Days focused on the experiences and dilemmas of innocent teenager Richie Cunningham, his family, and his high school friends, attempting to honestly depict a wistful look back at adolescence. Initially a moderate success, the series' ratings began to fall during its second season, causing Marshall to retool it. The new format emphasized broad comedy and spotlighted the previously minor character of Fonzie, a cool biker and high school dropout. Following these changes, Happy Days became the #1 program in television in 1976 through 1977. Fonzie became one of the most merchandised characters in the 70s, and Henry Winkler became a major star. The series also spawned a number of spin-offs, including Laverne and Shirley and Mork and Mindy. If you remember, Laverne and Shirley were friends of Fonzie's. In Mork and Mindy, I think Fonzie had a role in too, if I'm not mistaken. I loved Mork and Mindy. Nanu, nanu. If you know, you know. This home was an easy build. It's kind of a look back at a classic all-American home. Has a huge living area with the dining room. Here you're going to see me. I thought I cut this out accidentally, so no, I'm glad you get to see it. When I was reviewing this, I noticed that, like I said, part of it got cut, so I had to go in and redo, and I wasn't sure what I had to redo, but that was not. I love that half wall. I don't know if you'll get to see the kitchen, I don't remember. But, this was a fun build. I loved Happy Days growing up. I'm going to tell you all the shows I loved because they're the ones that you're voting on. I do feel sad that Golden Girls was a tied winner at the end when I finally captured the vote, because Golden Girls was it's still a fun show to watch. I watch it every night on Hallmark. If you do not know, plays reruns of that and Reba at nighttime and in the morning. I tried to remember what this living room looked like, and I went back and looked at a couple pictures and kind of took inspiration. This is a Happy Days inspired build, we'll put it that way. The floral couch is a part of it. I forgot the ottoman at the chair. My first time doing it, I did not, but the second time I did. And the second time I added an extra chair in. I figured Marion would like to have her own chair as well. Oh, you know what I should do is an I Love Lucy build and do it all black and white grayscale. That would be fun. Anyway, this build was fun. Trying to get the characters down in my mind and what their space would look like. I knew that Marion was a homemaker. There we go. And she took care in her home. She took pride in her home. So in that, she obviously took... I noticed my audio was way off there. I don't know what happened. Hopefully this will catch up. This is Richie's bedroom, where him and Chip shared a room. Remember, he had an older brother. I figured that being in Milwaukee, I believe their colors, I don't know why I believe that it was yellow and green, but that's the color that I went with the bedroom. Of course, next up is Joni's room. As soon as I finish decorating the walls here. In her room, I wanted to find a panda bear as close as I could, and because there's a scene that I saw with her holding her panda. So she got a panda light and a panda chair. And I believe that I did a black and white cat on her bed. And this, of course, is the garage apartment that Fonzie rented out. I know it's going to be a little colorful for a guy, but I figured he could handle Papa Red here and there. He even got a little mini fridge. And with that, we're coming to an end of this build. I appreciate you hanging in with me and watching me recreate the Happy Days build. Hang on tight because I am going to show you a picture of the actual home here just in a second. And don't forget to come back on Monday or Sunday evening and start voting for next week's build. I think you'll be interested in the choices. At least I am. TV is fun. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.